Hey, what's going on, guys? I figured I'd do this video on how to grease the gearbox on a hedge trimmer, specifically the Stihl uh, brands of hedge trimmers. Um, Small Lawns just put a video up. She has a great channel there. She's just did a video on how she's kind of having some trouble with her hedge trimmer. Like she's had it for 3 years. Um, Maintenance of a hedge trimmer is, not too much of a big thing. I mean, literally, all you have to do is grease the gearbox every now and then. Me personally, I like to do it once at the beginning of the season. Um, I did this last year at the beginning of last season, and here's the cover. Well, let me just show you what it looks like. So, if you buy, I have the HC. Let me try to right here. I have the HS56C. Now, very expensive hedge trimmer. I think it was like almost $500. But believe it or not, this is really not considered one of their commercial uh, models of their hedge trimmer line. It's pretty much one step above the 46. But listen, it's $500. It's going to do the job for you. But the reason I'm telling you that is, with anything that's not in their commercial line, um, you have this plastic cover here. Okay, real simple. There's 4 screws here. Oh man, sun glare. You got these 4, screws here. They give you the Allen wrench. You got to take them off with this, just like that. And here are the screw holes. And like I said, you take it off, the plastic piece here that protects the gearbox. And as you can see, I mean, there's all types of shit in there. It's a good idea before you obviously grease this to take all this stuff out of here. There's a lot of debris. A lot of it probably isn't even showing up here in the video, but it's pretty clear. But you don't really want that stuff getting in your gearbox there. And as you see in here, it's a lot worse. It kind of just sticks to the grease that's in there. Now, I did this last year, and I mean, does it really need a lot of grease? No. It's pretty lubricated, but as long as you don't go nuts with this, with their hedge trimmer grease, you're going to be all right. Now, they make a couple different kinds. Now, for a hedge trimmer, you kind of got to get the kind specifically made for a hedge trimmer, because it runs at different, RPMs and all that. So, like, if you have this stuff that's for, your weed whacker trimmer, not the hedge trimmer, your regular weed whacker trimmer, they make a different kind specifically for that, because the gears are at a different ratio and different RPMs and all that stuff. So it kind of needs like a different type of grease, one that can, a little bit more heat, or, they just get, hotter and, stuff like that. Now, if you do have, if all you have is that hedge, your weed whacker grease, you can put it in here. It's just not recommended, and I personally wouldn't do it. But I mean, if you're really like, if you haven't greased your gearbox in a while and you're having issues and you can't find any of this stuff, I mean, I would throw some in a little bit until you can get this stuff. I wonder if there's a model number on this for you. Well, if you have Stihl or whatever, I mean, this is just for any, if you have an Echo, you can use Stihl gearbox grease. But specifically, if you have a Stihl and you want to grease it, I'm just trying to find the number for you. I don't know if that's it, but anyway, they make, like I said, they make 2 or 3 different types of grease. Like I said, this actually will tell you right on it: multi-purpose grease for hedge trimmers and electric saw gears. So anyway, back to so what I'm gonna do. Like I said, it doesn't really need a lot of grease. It's pretty well lubricated here, but I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna get all this shit out of here, and I'm gonna put some new grease in it. And I'm gonna show you where to put the grease and how to lubricate it. But the reason why I brought up, the commercial line of their hedge trimmers is they have a plug. Once you buy their commercial trimmers, I think it's actually the next model up above the 56. They have a little plug right here, right? And all you do, this top, I'll take this off. Excuse me. This would screw right into a plug, and you would turn it and tighten it and then squeeze from the top, and that's how you would lubricate your gearbox. Really, really cool way. Real, pretty much, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to take any covers off. You just pretty much screw this stuff right in, which is awesome. I wish they would do that with every hedge trimmer they make, but unfortunately they don't. They make it a little harder for you if you have the 56, the 46, but not really a big deal. All you do is take this plastic cover off and you're good to go. So I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to clean this all up and I'm going to show you where to grease it, and we'll take it from there. Okay, I'm back. Like I said, to clean all the debris out of here, what I like using is just like a plain old butter knife, just to pick all the stuff out of here. You can get a towel, a paper towel, and if you want, you can go and remove everything out of here. I don't really like doing that. I kind of just like picking all the stuff out of here. And like I said, even if you don't need, to grease your gearbox because you don't really use it that much. Now, you don't really need to even grease these gearboxes and these Stihls for at least 20 to 25 hours. So, you got to do a lot of work to put 25 hours on one of these hedge trimmers. I used mine a ton last year, and maybe 10 or 12 hours. So this is something that you should always check to see what it looks like inside your gearbox, and for nothing else, just to clean all the shit out of it, because this had a lot of stuff in it. It looks a lot better. I'll probably clean it maybe a little bit more, but I kind of want to get to the main part here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your grease, right? You're going to insert right in here. I only got one hand to do this. So then you want to put a little bit of grease right in there, and you kind of want to go up to like right around there. All right, kind of just like that. Now, while that is going on, then you want to take your Allen wrench that you had, and you want to turn, and you want to distribute all that grease around. So again, you take it just like that, get your grease, and see, so I'm sorry, I only got one hand here, and you put a little bit on that side. Then you get your Allen wrench, back up a little bit, and you start turning it. All right, and then you take your knife there, you throw it right in there, nice and lubricated. Excuse me. And then you turn again. And then you take your knife, and then you lubricate. You try to get it as even as you can. And do this for a little bit. And if it gunks up, not really a big deal. You just want to get as much grease in there as possible. All right. Then you throw more back here. And while you're doing this, you're seeing it go inside there. And you're seeing it just coat all inside this area. All that fresh grease. See? And if it goes up against the wall here, not a big deal. You know, I'm just. You see now? See inside there? That's all greased up. That was pretty much dry, but not too bad. Like, this really didn't need to be greased. I mean, yeah, it could have been, but I mean, it was not. You weren't doing damage to the gearbox if I didn't do this right now. I probably didn't have to do this to next year, but I kind of wanted to show you how to do it. Like I said, I saw small lawns, and I'm not saying she did anything wrong at all, but a lot of people don't know that you really have to grease these hedge trimmers. They think, as long as you keep the blade sharp and, fresh oil, fresh gas, you're not going to have any issues. But I have a feeling her gearbox probably went on her because, she looks like she used those things a lot. I mean, they looked like she actually put a lot of hours on them. And if you put a lot of hours on them, and plus she had the 46, so that has a little bit different specs. I mean, that's pretty much the lowest model you can get. So you really have to make sure, if you're going to use something like that commercially, you got to make sure that it's really greased up. So as you can see, that's pretty much all lubed up. And if you have a little bit of grease on here, that's not a problem. That's actually pretty good. You just want it nice and lubricated. You don't want too much, but you want to make sure it pretty much covers all inside there. So that being said, now I take my plastic cover. Now, like I said, if you have the commercial models of these, all you have is a plug right here. So, like I said, you just stick your tube in, tighten it up, and squeeze, and you're all done. With, like I said, the 56 and the 46, which a lot of people use. I mean, because these are not cheap. This is a $500 hedge trimmer. And, to spend an extra, spend $700-800 on one of these hedge trimmers, that pretty much, work the same, I mean, but that's why this is a residential and the other ones are commercial. The gearbox is a little bit different. And you have a different plug to, insert the grease. So, but with these residential ones, you really got to make sure that the boxes are really greased well. So that's pretty much it. And I think you guys can take it from there. Pretty much you're just sticking your screws in, tighten it up, and you're good to go. So any comments or questions, let me know, and I will get back to you. That's it. I'll catch you on the next one.